For this episode of the Pop Quiz, we're focusing on protecting the Earth, and all of you are doing that. You're part of the Makerspace Sustainability Team. Tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, so we're working on a few different projects here, one of them being the plastic shredder, which takes failed 3D prints and turns it into recyclable filament for our 3D printers. And we're also hosting a bunch of workshops kind of teaching the community to be more sustainable in their design practices.
Since you're all at the Makerspace, we're going to start in Brooklyn at the 370 J Street building. So in the basement of 370 J, you'll find which of the following? A hydroponic garden, B, a cogeneration plant, C, a thermal ice storage system, or D, a wind turbine.
I don't know if a wind turbine could be in a basement.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I know where the cogen plant is. So
I would guess A, the hydroponic garden.
Yeah,
I'm
me
also
too.
gonna go with the garden.
Yeah, hydroponic garden. Oh.
Want to guess again?
Okay, then it's the thermal storage unit.
Yes! You are right. So the answer is C, a thermal ice storage system, which is basically a giant freezer. And there are 12 huge tanks that hold about 20,000 gallons. And that ice cools the building more efficiently. Here's Cecil Scheib. He's our Chief Sustainability Officer, and he's going to explain how the heck this works.
Hey, Pop Quiz. On a hot summer afternoon in New York City, everyone turns on their AC at the same time. This means natural gas plants spew out CO2 while they try to keep up with demand. We can use these tanks to freeze ice at night when the demand is not so high and the grid is cleaner. The next day we can melt it to help cool the building, just like a giant cup of iced coffee. This means we reduce our carbon footprint, help keep costs down, and also help to protect New York City's fragile electric grid.
And we have two cogeneration plants. So Carlos, you're right. One is underneath,
Stern, it's under Stern.
and the other one is on the roof of 370J.
Oh.
So there's a new cogeneration.
I didn't know we had two.
Okay, so next question. Green space. NYU is known for being very urban. We're in and of the city, but we also have a lot of cultivated open green space. How many football fields of green space do we have at the Washington Square campus?
How big is a football field? It's,
I'm gonna guess 4.
I'm gonna guess like 5.
I'm gonna guess 2.5, 3.
Wait, I'll go with 2.
So the answer is 8.
Oh.
Oh.
Where? How? What?
Yeah, right?
I asked all the same questions you did. I was like, how in the world? So the answer is 8 American football fields. So for our international students, that's about 6 soccer fields, according to FIFA dimensions. NYU has about 11 acres of green space all over the Washington Square campus. And that does not include Washington Square Park, but it does include the little courtyards by the buildings. It also includes the Sasaki Garden, which is in Washington Square Village. And what else? We also have 2 green rooftops. One is on top of Wilf Hall at the law school, and we have a garden on top of G Castle that is self-sustaining when it comes to water, and it hasn't been watered since 2013.
Oh, wow.
It's really cool.
That's awesome. It's like a hidden oasis.
It is a hidden oasis that we're not allowed to access. You ready for another one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Professor David Holland and his team go to the top of the Earth every single year to research climate change in the fjords of Greenland. They recently captured this video where you can see that huge piece of the glacier breaking off. What is that ice breaking process called? Is it A, a glacier quake, B, glacier calving, or C, glacier hydrofracking?
I'm gonna guess B, calving.
The first and the last one sound kind of made up.
You're right. So the answer is B. Here's Professor David Holland.
Hey, pop quiz. Glacier calving is the process by which large chunks of ice break off from the great ice sheets found at the northern and southern ends of our planet and fall into the ocean, thus raising global sea level. This process is triggered in part by warming global ocean waters, and this has profound implications for potential flooding in cities like New York, Shanghai, and Abu Dhabi.
I feel like a lot of people don't think that change is actually happening, and then you watch that, how big that glacier was. That's insane.
I didn't think it was gonna be so big. I thought it was gonna be like a small thing, like falling off a bigger glacier.
Professor Holland, can you take all of us with you on your next trip?
Yes, please.